Hi, I'm Jordan with the Community Foundation of Greater Des Moines, and I'm here in the Porch today with Katheryn Thorson. Katheryn is the attorney at the Brown Winnick Law Firm and recently joined our Professional Advisor Council. So Katheryn, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Well, we're here talking about non-cash gifts, and generally when we talk about non-cash gifts, or when I do, I think about giving through your net worth statement, stock, life insurance, real estate, whatever it might be, as a lifetime gift. But today we're talking about non-cash gifts as an estate planning tool, which frankly I think I might learn a few things from you today, and hopefully our viewers learn some things as well. So maybe we'll start, Katheryn, by just talking about sort of generally your role as an estate planning attorney. And when I was reading your bio, there was this line that I really liked around transferring wealth in an efficient and effective way. I thought that was a really savvy line. I don't know if you came up with that or somebody else did. But I'm curious to hear from you first. What does it mean to transfer wealth effectively and efficiently from a charitable perspective?
Yeah, I think when you think about that, it's kind of at the end of the day, everyone's happy, right? My client, the donor's happy, the beneficiary, usually the charity's happy, and then everybody that's kind of surrounding the professional advisors are happy as well. And to get there, to do that effectively and efficiently, I think you have to kind of take a step back and decide what a person's goals are, and usually start there and then decide, okay, here's the type of asset that we might be looking at, and here's maybe the best structure. What I sometimes see is when I get brought in as the estate planning attorney is there's been prior conversations that have taken place, and I sometimes have to remind everybody, okay, let's take a step back. You come to me, we've had these options laid out, but at the end of the day, what's the most important thing to you? And usually I can tell you the tax planning is not number one. If someone's charitably inclined, usually they care a lot about people and making people happy in this world, right? And so I think taking a step back, reminding everybody around the table why we are doing this planning, and then figuring out from there what structure makes sense.
Yeah. And as you're looking at those options for which assets are going to charity versus heirs, are there assets that are better suited for a charitable beneficiary as opposed to an individual?
Yeah, absolutely. So typically I would say, marketable securities are better for a charitable gift rather than passing those on to heirs if you were to look at one's balance sheet. Another popular is cash as well. Obviously, liquidity is important for that charity to be able to then turn that asset into something that they're able to do something with. When you think about charitable, I always think about the charitable deduction through our retirement accounts so that you can take advantage of the income tax savings through those qualified charitable deductions. And then also when you think of appreciated securities, think about the long-term capital gains that you could potentially avoid.
Right. Well, appreciated securities, retirement assets, I think those make a lot of sense to me. There was another asset that we worked on together that I wanted to talk about with you as well. Mm-hmm. A few years ago, we worked together on a client of yours that gifted a farm property to the Community Foundation. Can you tell us a bit more about how that worked?
Yeah. So in that case, while the client had a very nice variety of assets on their balance sheet, she was more comfortable with retaining ownership of her cash and marketable securities just from a personal financial security standpoint. Right. And so we took a look at the other assets and found out that the farmland in this particular case, which is not always here in Iowa, it wasn't as sentimental to her, and also had some tax planning with the basis. So she wanted to go ahead and donate that to charity and make a lifetime gift. So we worked with the Community Foundation, thanks to all your involvement with that, and found the right structure for that. So we found a fund. We were able to get a charitable deduction on her income tax. We were able to even get Endow Iowa credit on that transaction.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Well, thanks again, Katheryn. And for our viewers, if you're thinking about some charitable planning with your clients, whether that's now or in the future, I would love to have a conversation with you. Thanks so much.